Alright guys, so here's the review of the San Martin 62 Mass Homage. So as with most San Martins, it comes in this nice hard case, so it's going to be well protected during transit. So if you open it up, obviously you get the watch. Just put that to one side for a second. I'll show you what else we get in here. So we actually get a nice little San Martin branded tag. Then we get the warranty card, which is actually dated, which is nice. Don't always get that with Chinese ones on AliExpress. Then you got the usual user manual, not going to go into that. This did actually come with a nice San Martin branded spring bar removal tool, which is a nice touch. And then got the links that I've taken out. And that's it. So let's get straight down into the watch. So here it is. There are actually a few different versions of this available. So you've got different coloured dial options. You've got this gunmetal one that I have. Then you've got the green dial and also a blue. But then you've also got options as well, whether you want sapphire crystal, mineral crystal, this loomed bezel, or the non-loomed bezel. So quite a few options. And they've also now got the different logo version as well. This is just the printed one, but they've also now got the, I think it's the V3, which has got the hexagonal logo. I'm not overly keen on that one myself, so I went with this one. So, like I say, 62 Mass Homage. So, you got your standard dimensions pretty much. We'll go into that in a minute. But like I say, I went with the fully loomed bezel. So, speaking of that bezel, as well as it being ceramic and fully loomed, it's also got a great action as well. A little bit stiffer than the ones I'm used to, but that's a good thing. Absolutely zero playback. Rock solid. Great action. Like I say, slightly stiffer than what I'm used to, but I think that's a good thing. You're not going to knock this if you do actually want to use it diving. And because you've got that 200 meters, you actually can. So, no issues with that at all. Like I say, perfectly aligned. Oh, just remembered, I forgot to include this in the video, so I'll add it in now. If you're wondering why the hands have jumped around, I'm not great at this YouTubery stuff. I don't do the whole subscribe, like and all that kind of stuff. But this is one thing I do need to include. If you do want to pick up one of these watches, the link will be down in the description. Please consider using that. It's an affiliate link, helps support the channel. And thanks for that, guys. Back to the review. And the domed sapphire crystal, which you can see there, really nice dome on that. So you get a nice bit of distortion. I do love domed crystal. Let's get a quick zoom in on that, get a better look. And there you go, like I say, lovely bit of distortion from that. So as for the rest of the dial, like I say, I've got the gunmetal version. Do like that, a little bit different. Not something I've got in my collection up until now. And pretty distinctive for this kind of watch actually. So as you can see, we've got all applied indices, plenty of lume in there. So looking forward to doing the lume shot in a bit. Should be a good one, I think. Together with that loomed bezel insert as well. Speaking of the bezel, it's actually a ceramic one. So nice little cutout around the date window as well. Framed too. Always a nice touch. And then, like I say, with this version I've got, just got the printed San Martin logo at the top. Text at the top, sorry. And then water resistant, 200 meters at the bottom, and 24 joules. So, nicely done. Hands look good as well. Plenty of space on there for lume, including that second hand. And they are nicely finished too. Really crisply done. No issues whatsoever on this. So zooming back out, let's take a look at the rest of this. So as you can see, we've got the nice sign crown there, the San Martin shark. So we've got an NH35 movement in this, I'll show you that. So we've got a screw down crown, pull it out once, change the date, pull it out again, second hand stops, so we've actually got hacking, and then obviously you can change the time, push it back in, re-engages, and then obviously screw it back down again. Nothing special, but like I say, rock solid movement, no issues with it at all. So on the back there, as you can see, we've got the 200 meters, the fact that it's got sapphire crystal, stainless steel, NH35 as well, and obviously the St. Martin branding. So as for the rest of the bracelet, we've got nicely brushed throughout, end links fit really nicely, no wiggle at all, they're also solid as well, and we've also got drilled lugs, which is always handy, and then we've got this clasp. I do really like this clasp. As you can see, it's a milled one. And then we've got plenty of micro adjust there as well. And it's got a really solid click as well. So you definitely don't need to be worrying about that. It's not going to be coming undone. Then we've got the nice little St. Martin branded fold over as well. And on the double pushers. So rock solid, really nicely done. Not pressed, nice milled one, nice chamfered edge as well. Oh, I actually forgot to mention as well, I say this bracelet's fully brushed, but if you actually open it up there, on the inside of those mid links you have actually got polished edge. Just a nice little detail. So when you're wearing it, they do catch the light a little bit, but then you've not really got to worry about them getting scratched either, which I think is a really good idea. Really nice touch. So you get a little bit of light play with that, but you're not going to worry about scratching them. The only real slight negative I've actually got with this bracelet is these pins. The push pins, which normally pretty standard, but this is actually a pin and collar system, which I'm really not a fan of. This is the first time I've really experienced it, and I just couldn't get on with it, to be honest. I find them a bit of a pain in the arse. I'd much rather just standard push pins, or given the price of this, I was kind of expecting screwed ones, to be honest. But got there in the end, resizing it. Wasn't too big a deal, just a little bit fiddly. So just be aware of that. So now let's get onto the dimensions. So got a diameter of 40mm, thickness of just under 14, but bear in mind that I'll change whether you get the domed sapphire crystal or the flat mineral. I think it's flat, I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that one. Then we've got a lug width of 20mm. Now with the lug to lug, we've got 48mm lug to lug, but then because we've got these male end links which protrude slightly past the end of the case, we've actually got an effective lug to lug, more like 53.5 about. So something else to bear in mind. But I'll show you what it wears like on wrist in a bit. It's not really too big a deal, but just something to be aware of, like I say. So let's test whether we got this sapphire crystal. Using the trusty down selector 2. So as you can see, yep, we have got sapphire crystal. With this particular one, obviously, like I say, depending on which version you get, that will differ. So now let's get into the bit you've probably been waiting for, that loom. So as you can see straight away, before we've even charged it up, already that's looking pretty damn good. But let's charge it up a bit more and see if we can get it any better. And there we go. Absolutely stunning. The loom on this is absolutely phenomenal. I can see why people rave about St. Martin so much now. When I first saw this, I was pretty much blown away. Compared to all the other watches I've had so far, there's just no contest at all. Normally this is the point where I'd be saying, don't be buying this watch for the lume. But with this one, you can. Because as you can see, it's fantastic. And it stays at this kind of level quite a while as well. The ceramic bezel insert does fade a little bit before, but the rest of it, the indices and the hands, they hang on for, well, I haven't actually tested it fully, but they last long enough, put it that way. So, cracking lume. Really, really impressed. So, all that's left to do now is show it you on wrist. So, this is what it looks like on my 7-inch wrist. And I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I love everything about this watch pretty much. Can't really think of any issues. Like I say, those mid links on the inside of him, you can see that catching the light. Nice little polished edge. Does look good. Again, great clasp, milled, plenty of micro adjust so you can get the perfect size. Even with those protruding mid links, still wears really well on my 7-inch wrist as well, due to the bit of curvature on that case. So that's not an issue. And again, that lovely domed sapphire crystal. Again, I can't really think what I would change about this. If I was being really nitpicky, I'd probably say the logo. Out of all the San Martin logos that I've seen, my favourite one is the San Martin text like this, but the applied one. I'd love to see that on all their watches, but it seems like at the moment they're leaning more toward the hexagonal one. But that might change depending on what they bring out in the future. But either way, like I say, that's just nitpicking. Also, you've got that rock solid NH35 movement in there. You've got that great bezel action. What more can you want? Obviously, it's a little bit more expensive than some AliExpress watches, but you're definitely getting a lot more watch for the money. So I highly recommend this one. I just don't think you can beat it. It's by far the best watch I've got from AliExpress so far. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.